some things to say about this foolishness was going on. Now, what we gonna do? I had a couple things come up over the weekend. They tell me that the Rex was closed because all the city Rex got closed because we wasn't going in them. Right? Now, me personally, like I said, I think my Rex stayed crowded. And I was trying to explain them all Rex different. Some Rex wasn't as crowded as the next. Some Rex had a little more going on than the other one, so I can probably say them closing as a whole. But they tell me that they seen it on the ballot and they ain't vote for it. The Rex funding the Rex money. What's the point of funding the Rex if nobody will go in there? And they'd rather fund Baltimore Zoo. There's more pets on Pennsylvania Avenue than there is on the damn Baltimore Zoo. I didn't see more snakes.
Yes, it did.
Hold on. Time out. You ain't... Dude, you're not for real, are you?
Yes. Said they ain't to say actually check. No, not to fund the Rex.
What the fuck?
Don't fund the Rex because nobody don't go. They don't think. I said, yo, if you don't fund it, they said, well, why would you fund something that nobody will go to anyway? Who said nobody don't go? They said nobody don't go. That's why they closed and made them power centers. I said, I'll be honest with you, I don't know because my Rec was always, that's where we hung at. We didn't know nothing but the Rec. Mm-hmm. 5 days a week, basically, the Rec was over, we was in there. And Saturdays and Sundays and weekends if you had games or whatever. So we was there. It's mind baffling to me. But they're saying as a whole, nobody goes in these Recs. So even still, nobody goes in them. Why? If we're having a conversation about bettering the hood, if that's one thing that possibly can better it.
Because that was one of the things that kept us out of trouble. I mean, I just know as a kid, for me.
But they saying, okay, you talking about y'all, like they saying like our age group probably did it was in there. I said no, because that's where Melona was at. That's where Joe was at. Once the power center came, people really stopped coming because the police there. I'll be 100% honest with you. Mm-hmm. Nobody just want police around because nobody, like you said, nobody really trusting them like that. You know, so nobody just like police. So they said they ever go to another rack. So that's what I know happened with as far as that. But you can't say that nobody went to the racks. Our age didn't because that's where Melo was at. Mm-hmm. Melo, Gerald, all these basketball players was there. So once the power center came, the rec wasn't cool to hang in them. That's what I'm saying. We take away things, and then we feel like we get lost when we say, well, the kids hang out in the corners. Y'all close the recs up. Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. So it's nothing, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing. I understand. But what the main point of my conversation is, how can you not? If it's something that you can do, right? Now, to help.
And we had this discussion every week on what it is. And
hold on, let me cut you off. I'm gonna say one thing you can talk. Mm-hmm. And it's for me. These are the same people that say, yo, I'm not giving the squeezy boys no money. My thing is this, right? I've seen these same looking kids. I watch these kids on camera rumble through my yard and rumble through my cars and breaking my cars. Who knows? Probably gonna try breaking the house after that. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They look like the kids that was doing it. So now you say these same kids. First of all, I'll be 100% honest with you. I have to give these kids money for the simple fact, for you to be out there for change. If you can ask another kid, if you can ask a kid to stand outside for some change, mm-hmm. You swallowing some pride, son. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You swallowing some pride.
Yeah, that's true. That's
a
good way to look at it.
I gotta say, if I got some, they gonna have some money. It's change your ashtray. You ain't use. There you go. This is the same change that's gonna be under your seat, getting your seat jammed up. You ready to just get it to them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, but my fault. But I'm just saying, in general. My thing is, whatever we can do, the littlest things, right? I'm not gonna always think negative or something. Somebody say this what might can help, even if I think it's a 1% chance. If I ain't doing nothing, why not give them the 1%? Exactly. If I'm doing 0,
Exactly.
At least give them the one.
Right.
That's how I'm looking at it. That's just my thought.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like every week we have the same discussion and we had the same topic and we even ask for people who watching and people who on live with us to comment if they have any suggestions. You know what I'm saying? We just three guys who get up and go to work every day. But we trying to bring some change to the city. So we try to get some better understanding on what we can do to change the narrative of what's going on in our town. You know what I'm saying? Because Baltimore is not a bad city as a city. You know what I'm saying? It's just what's going on in it. You know what I'm saying? So anything that's positive that can help, we want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Rec centers opening how can that not be positive? You understand what I'm saying? If it means them being in there playing video games or shooting pool or playing basketball and not out on the street corner, for me, that's a win-win.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I know for me as a child growing up, our rec center was our life. You got home, you did your homework, you put your books up, we went straight to the rec.
Right.
When it closed for the little intermission that it had,
right.
6 o'clock, open back up at 5:30, open back up at 7. We was back up there at 7.
Right.
Closed at 9:30, then we went on home. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, for us, it
but that has
a lot
to me. That's negative thinking. That's just negative. How can you go on something negative thinking already? You know what I'm saying? Like everything can't be negative thinking already before you even start.
Yeah.
Every dream is small.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Every dream is. You think somebody in the NBA had it was a big dream? Every dreams is chances small.
Mm-hmm. Right.
90% of the time you're always fighting against the odds.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? When you play lottery, we think the odds are high. You get what I'm saying? Like
because if you read the fine print, it'll tell you won in 317,400,000.
But why you still play? Because you think you done won out the 317,332,000.
Because it's a small
You think you done won, right?
Because it's a small dream. That's why you continue to play.
That's what I'm saying. So
I know I got a pocket full of right now.
I would have never did that. And this is not something that I'm saying because I've been through that or from there. I'm just saying in general, like it only makes sense.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, so you ain't giving the money to them. So where? So I said, well, where are you giving it at then? Well, it wasn't no other choice there. So you rather not give up no choice, just leave it limbo.
Yeah.
But then we say, why are we shooting each other? Why are we standing outside? Why are we on the corner? The more opportunities, the more things you put out there, the better the chance you'll have of grabbing. If you're playing lottery, you want to play more than one number. You're better your chance if you play more than one number.
Yep.
If you box it, you got a better chance of hitting it before you go play in the street.
Yeah.
So that's all it is. So the moment you decide not to give the opportunity, it already failed.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yeah.
What you think?
Absolutely. My thing is, don't knock it if you don't have a suggestion. That's my thing.
My point is that
Don't just shoot it down if you don't have opposition to it.
There you
feel
go.
what I'm saying? So
there you go.
If you're saying that, no, I'm not giving my money to the rec center. Okay, well, what you gonna do? What you gonna give it to? That can still help the problem that we're addressing here.
The Baltimore Zoo.
You know, the Baltimore Zoo get more than enough money. Trust me, they get more than enough money to keep them doors open, keep them animals fed, and keep all of them.
I don't mind giving to the zoo, but my thing is like,
man, the zoo ain't more important than the rec center.
That's why I'm not finished.
To me,
I'm not. My conversation, we were talking about the hood.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. If we were just talking about the zoo, then I'd be like, all right, yeah, I want the zoo to be open. Yeah. I can tire ride down DC.
Exactly.
Yeah, I want them to kind of upgrade the zoo. That zoo bad, yo. That zoo bad. That's like the Baltimore Avenue Zoo, yo. Come on, man. That zoo is bad. Real bad. I've never seen so many less animals that ain't been empty cages in my life.
Man, it made it a lot better though over the last few years.
Man, I'm kind of, I'm I'm a little fucked up from that, yo, because of that shit is crazy, yo. And I know and I know some of the people that he's talking about. So I'm like, wow. Like you can make all these suggestions about this and that, criticize this and that, but you never not really come up with an actual solution.
Positive solution.
That's my problem.
And you gotta realize you do from off the rip, you're not really dealing with stuff that's common sense. So let's take that out. Because soon you say I don't see why, because I don't see, take that out. You gotta take that part out because they're not dealing with really common sense. I can vouch for the shit I did. I know it was just way over to something I did if I think about it. I've never done it twice. I never thought about doing it again. Mm-hmm. So that's the common sense you gotta take away. We just gotta go with what we see and what's there, like what we got. You can't be like, yo, I don't see why somebody. You can't say that because you can't think for these people. The thinking process is different.
Totally.
The things that we see, we think is. And I told her, and it's sad to say, why do you think I'm so, just how death just doesn't, I don't blink. It's hard for me to like, you know what I'm saying? I don't digest it like most people. You get what I'm saying? I don't.
Become numb to it. Man.
I mean, sad to say, I can see somebody lay on the ground shot. It's like I see you stepping on the ropes.
Right.
And it's not going to really make me buzz. Because I saw it so much. Not saying it's normalizes. And that's the thing. Me being in the hood, been around and stuff, I never normalized it. That's like when you was in the system, you never became systemized. You never just said, well, man, I'm just going to reinstitutionalize myself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's not it. I understand what I'm looking at. I understand how, like, I totally get it. What's you know, I'm not like moralizing what happened. I'm moralizing what I saw, how I think about stuff. I understand that.
Right. Man, oh, time out. Fuck this shit. Let me explain something to you once in here. If you gonna keep on talking bad about anybody, you keep on giving your bullshit ass opinions on everything, come up with a solution so people can take you serious. Because if you don't come up with any kind of solution, it's anybody, man.
But it's hard to have a solution if you ain't involved.
Hold on. Exactly. But if you ain't coming up with no kind of solution, and I'm not saying just shut the fuck up, but I am saying shut the fuck up. Because it's ridiculous. You're going to keep on trying to bash people, bad-mouthing people, talking about people, and shit like that, and you ain't got no solution. That's just like these motherfuckers don't get out here and vote. You want to keep on talking about, oh man, this, that. Well, tell me when the last time you voted. Oh, I ain't never vote yet. Well, guess what? Right. I'm not trying to hear that old bullshit then. Impress me when you go vote, and then you want to start speaking on shit.
Right.
That's just like with Shaq.
Impress me.
Shaq said this is his first time ever voting in his life.
Since first time, yeah, he did say that.
Yeah, said his first time, but this is just a testament of showing you just how important this election was. So many people who felt like they didn't need to vote because anything that the people in power were going to be doing wasn't going to affect them no way. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Most of the rich and powerful, it don't affect them. So to have people on that status and that level to step up to the plate and get out there and vote, man, was powerful, man. It was important and it was very much needed, man.
I think once you start getting older, you start realizing like things how important.
How shit take effect of you.
Yeah.
Once you like really start paying real bills, you know, when shit affecting your family, when you really know it's affecting your family. When I come down to affecting your family, is your kids, you know what I mean, or your parents. When their healthcare shit is causing you havoc in your household, when you can feel it. You know what I mean? Like some of these other motherfuckers, they can feel it, but they can't feel it because they still ripping and running. You know what I mean? But when you got to dig in your pocket and start contributing to some of this shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's when shit start changing. And that's called when responsibility start hitting your ass. That's when you want to step up to the pipe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the main thing. When that responsibility start hitting your ass, then you want to step up.
See, it's hard for people me to like take. I mean, I can listen to everybody. I think everybody got. I mean, everybody. Anything somebody say, I'll listen, whether I like it or not. I can just agree to disagree with it. But like, when they give you an answer, you already looking at their answers being like non-valid because you saying you can already dissect it as soon as they say something. You know what I'm saying? You can already dissect it when they be like when they say anything like I said. Well, how can somebody do this or how can you do that? Like because you haven't seen it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? If you haven't seen nothing, you think it's not possible.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It sounds like you saying, you know, my child at a certain age, I'm gonna make him do this or do that. Because at a certain age, when your child got that and she bucked on you, was easily be able to change the narrative. It's not like that when you're in certain environments.
You know, that's the thing. People like, oh man, I was born and raised right here on this corner. But you wasn't involved. I got daughters in the city. And the neighborhood in tough neighborhood. Things go on. But guess what? They are blind to what's going on outside their doors. They don't go inside. You know what I'm saying? The oldest one is 20 years old. She don't go outside. She's dead now. She back home because of, the school thing. She go to VCU, but she's in the house. That's always from home, from school to the house, books or whatever. My youngest, she in the house. So they don't know what's going on outside. And I'm telling you some real, and this ain't no lie. They in the house all day long. They don't go outside. So when I still feel as though when they get older, like you never been involved, you never been there. So don't act like you did because your ass was in the house all the time. You don't know what's going on. Like you're green to these streets, even though you grew up right here, but you're green to these streets. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going on because you always were in the house. And guess what? By all means, that's fine with me because they in school and they're doing what they're supposed to do. Flat out.
At the end of the day, it don't matter what road you take. You just want them to do right and be positive.
Exactly.
Be good people.
That's it.
At the end of the day, if the road they have to take is to stay in the house and come from school, go in the house and stay in all day, for them to get where they need to be and be able to stay focused and become, law-abiding and productive citizens in the world, then shit, then so be it.
I mean, they don't even sit on the steps. Like this shit is real. Like I'm talking some real shit. Like, they don't even sit on the steps.
That's good shit.
Not that they got to worry about somebody, but some things that goes on around in the block radius. But still, they don't know what's going on. So just because the people talking about, oh man, I was growing in there, but damn, I don't never remember seeing you ever before, right. Or X, Y, Z. Right. Or you really don't know what the fuck's going on in the hood because you're not out there. Point blank. You're not, your feet ain't out there. You ain't patting and turning around them damn corners. So stop that old bullshit talking about you grew up here, you grew up there, all that old bullshit because you never had the real experience what everybody else have. Not taking nothing from you. But stop perpetrating that shit, man.
Yeah, a lot of people live in the hood but wasn't involved. So a lot of times, and that's one thing. Well, I know my hood I came from. I know that's one thing we did do. If you wasn't involved in the hood, people not involved. You can walk through there, go to the house, go to school, come back home. I had a lot of friends like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? People, they cool. Mark was on them. You know what I'm saying? I name a whole bunch of them that just wasn't involved. But everybody, once you're not involved, people respect you for not being involved. And they like, oh, that's yo, yeah, he cool, yo. Don't. And they kind of like protect you and embrace you a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? They like, yo, no, I ain't got nothing to do with yo, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's true.
But the moment once you cross the line, now you gotta deal with what the real is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And we was always like that. We never, if you ain't had nothing to do with the hood just because you lived there, we ain't involved. It was what it was.
It was what it was. You know what I mean?
But that's so much of the difference of the day and age, though. You know what I'm saying? That's what you look at our era, and you just have to look at what's going on today. It's night and day. It's just night and day, yo. Like, it was a time, like you say, Like nowadays, them kind of kids still don't have no respect for them kind of kids.
Right.
Because they don't respect nobody.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give a damn if you this kid or you on the block. They treat one the same as they treat the other. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because they just don't even know what it means to respect nobody, man.
I praise my hood friends that
respect themselves.
That ain't get involved in that stuff. I mean, I ain't gonna say I praise them, but like that, I'm saying general, like I respect them 100%. They know it because they always kept me on track. One thing I would say, my guys like Mark or Eric or George, like they never was involved with what was going on, but they never left me alone. Like they was always, no matter what I was doing, no matter what I was getting into, whether it was foolish or not. They always kept it 100 with me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they was there when shit was ugly. And they was there when shit was great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I always, like, they know they my dudes. They know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always kept them. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. That's real.
That's what happened. That's why I was smacked the dude in the gym. He said something. It was over. Nah, you doing, but man, that's not happening. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like that's not happening. Man, I'm sorry. I got because I know they good dudes. They not soft. Right. They good dudes. You know what I'm saying? If they with you, they with you. But you try to protect these guys. You want to make sure these guys are in you know what I'm saying? Right. You don't want them wrapped up and involved in nothing that's going on. You know what I'm saying?
You don't. So that's why you want to keep them from that. Well, guess what? I've been there. Let me take care of it. Let me take that hit. Because
and they was my out. They was my outlet. They don't even understand. They was my outlet for real. Yeah. You know, you lead around the way, you lead the block, whatever. They kept you in a different world. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hang out with them for the next few hours. When you hang out with them, you felt like
I know what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? It wasn't. You felt like you was away from the foolishness.
Same way. He was been around me. We've been friends since '77, and. He was reffing at the time. He was refereeing. I was playing in this league over East Baltimore. The dudes in there talking about he made a call. Dude ain't like it. Talking about what he was gonna do to him. He ain't know. He did whatever he was gonna do. It was gonna be two of them. He was doing it. Cause I was go. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'd walk right up to him. I said, man, do whatever. Let him do what he feel like he need to do.
And all of them will tell you that. Mom will tell you one time we was in a wreck. Man, the dude over there knuckling. They done made the fast break and went down over there. And I'm down there.
Down there tussling and throwing hands.
Yo, Mark will tell you to this day, yo, he still laughing at this story, yo. He's like, yo, I turn around, you down there. I say, yo, I got taller brother this mom, yo, because I don't like that. Like, when I'm around them guys, I feel like I need to be like, yo, we good. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like y'all was always there for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, this gonna be my protection.
Right.
So as soon as somebody says something crazy, I just instantly you can say something crazy to me and I can handle it more than what I can you say to them.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You say something to me, I'm like, man, look, go ahead, man. I ain't got time for the bullshit. I'm chugging you.
Yo, I'm telling you.
But when you say something to one of them, I instantly like my mind changed, yo. It's like saying something to one of my kids or something like.
Listen,
this was
what I'm talking about when I was fighting. When I told you I was fighting the dudes, fighting the two dudes out
Dorsey Road.
Dorsey Road. But he ain't even undercut me. He undercut Mookie. Right. You know what I'm saying? But yo,
Mookie a good dude. I just did it.
Come on, yo. You know Mookie, yo. You know how good dude Mookie is.
Mookie's a fantastic dude,
yo. You ain't no trouble dude. You know what I'm saying? We outside the concrete, and y'all just blatantly undercut him. Like, I mean, yo, you did it purposely. Like, you saw him jump, and you just ran and I tried to knock his teeth out of his mouth. And his brother tried to walk past and knock his teeth out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? And chased him all the way up BWI trying to catch him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm telling you, yo, the good dudes.
And these dudes never had to say a word.
Like, these dudes.
They never had to say a word.
Say nothing.
Don't worry, I got this. Don't even worry about it.
Well,
you ain't got to say nothing back.
Well, people that deal with me, they know how I am. I break fast with my friends, man. I don't hold nothing back. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm on fire already. As soon as I know something happened, let's go.
Nah, but I'm just saying, I totally get what you're saying about the good dudes. Yo.
Yeah, I jumped.
So you say something. Let me tell you how bad it was when this happened. The game was only the 13th. We was winning 12-3.
You needed one more.
They got one more to let them go about their business.
We could let them go. But it was so bad, yo. They did so much dirt, yo. I was so I couldn't take no more. I couldn't take no more, yo. I couldn't take no more of these dudes, yo. It was terrible, yo. And when he undercut him, that was it for me. That was it. I just snapped. And the first nigga that I banged him out that was talking about if it ain't no blood, it ain't no foul, he shrunk 3 inches because the bitch came straight out of him.
Oh my
Straight
God.
out of him. Then his brother trying to walk past like he trying to go to the car. No, sir.
Is you crazy?
You take that with you.
Take that.
Yes, indeed.
Matter of fact, I feel bad. I need to keep in touch more because they always call me. I know I'll never. I'm gonna call y'all more. My bad. I know they always call me. I'll pick up the phone. I gotta stop doing
I need
that.
to reach out to you too, homeboy.
I need to stop doing that. I need to stop doing that.
I know you ain't my big guy hooping for me no more, like getting them rebounds for me like you used to. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna still reach out to you. My word.
But it'd be crazy. I always say I'm gonna do it, and then they end up calling me before I actually get a chance with the phone. I be like, damn, yo.
Like that. That
always work like that.
Yo, what's up, son? Y'all just call and check. Let me make sure you good. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, I'm good. Like y'all was gonna call. I know you tired of hearing I was gonna call you, but I swear, yo.
After a while, that shit get old, son.
I swear.
It always. I'm telling y'all, it always worked like that. Just take it. Just take it how it go. It always worked like that.
But when they never like shunned it. They never was like, man, this nigga phone and nothing. They always like, yeah, boy, don't worry. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was never. That's what I'm saying. That's why I fuck with them so much. They never showed me nothing different. It was always like, boy, yeah, I know you busy. This you got no, ain't worry about it. You good.
Well, look.